Hey, hey.
Here comes SB KENTo from
I know
Dragon
nothing
Gate.
about this, so I'm excited.
He's a member of the Red stable in Dragon Gate. We're actually going to see one of his stablemates coming up here in a little bit. He actually, we were talking about Meltzer matches earlier. He had a 4 1/4 star 10-man elimination tag match with his stablemates Eita, HYO, Hip Hop Kikuta, and Kaito Ishida against Dragon Kid, Genki Horiguchi, Masato Yoshino, Naruki Doi, and Susumu Yokosuka at Final Gate 2020. This is actually an older build of KENTo because he lost a mask versus hair match to Dragon Kid last May. But we'll just, for the sake of kayfabe, say it grew back. And the referee for this match is Bryce Remsburg, if that is his real name.
You know, I realized that the end to the Lesnar Lashley match with Reigns coming in was basically the 91 title change where Macho Man did that to Warrior.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Spoiling him, brother.
Just without the insane speed on the run-in that Savage had. I don't think I've ever seen a person run as fast. And I watched the Olympics.
As you know, the cream rises to the top.
Life is fragile.
Poor anytime he had to do an interview with Mean Gene, who's just like, I don't know what I'm gonna get, but Jesus, do I gotta prepare. Who would have thought that like everyone would just be saying for the most part, hey, Bad Bunny, if this music thing doesn't work out for you.
He legit had a really good run in the Rumble. And not just like, oh, that was good for a celebrity. Like, no, that was
pretty good. he clean did some great spots, and I like how it's like, oh, he'll be friends with Matt Riddle, and he was like, no, man, I want to win.
Yeah.
It is a little like there are some stuff where I'm watching and we're like, okay, Lesnar wins, great, but at the same time you're like, I guess that's what they really just think of the rest of the roster. They're like, like in a weird way, it's like, okay, it works for the storyline, but you guys built yourselves into a corner with the way that you develop your talent for it to be perceived this way. So, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's not a coincidence that the two winners of the Rumble are the two wrestlers that they have that are most famous outside of wrestling. Like, those are the two that are going to show up on SportsCenter today. Oh, Ronda Rousey and Brock Lesnar are both going to WrestleMania. Like, you wouldn't have got that attention if it was Sasha Banks and Big E. Even though it probably should have been.
Yeah.
Real disappointed in how they treated Big E last night.
Yeah, just, there he goes.
Yep.
Unceremoniously just tossed to the side.
Yep. 4 weeks after being world champion, he's, 6th place in the Rumble. It's kind of tossed with no...
there's so many like questionable decisions where even I look at the roster, I'm like, why are you still here? Like, you can leave if you want to, but but then again, it feels like the episode of The Simpsons where it's like the leader, you're free to leave whenever you want, but why?
Right.
Like, that's what they do. McMahon is good. McMahon is power. Leader.
We surrender our heat as of this date. So we haven't talked much about him in this match, but that's Minoru Suzuki in there against KENTo. Suzuki, a 33-year pro from Yokohama, Kanagawa, Japan.
MMA accomplishments, pro wrestling accomplishments. I believe his wife is the one who composed Kaze ni no Re.
Yeah, I believe you're right. He had 89 matches during the evaluation period, which again is a year. He had the Never Openweight Championship during that time. Put on a 5 1/4 star match against Kota Ibushi at the G1 Climax.
53 years old and could murder anyone in the ring.
Kind of like he's doing to SB KENTo, who, on the other hand, is a 2-year veteran. Very, very young, up-and-coming wrestler in Dragon Gate. Wouldn't surprise me if in the next 5 years he's in New Japan. But also, maybe he's the guy that Dragon Gate decides to build around, and he decides to stick around.
So, what I love about Suzuki is that everything he does, he just looks at you like if you try to hit him even a little bit, he'll look at you like, it's cute. All right.
Right.
So you want to fight now? Okay, cool.
So, all right, we're doing this. All right. 2.9 from KENTo on that standing moonsault.
Now, I would say
stomping a mud hole in him.
Oh, why? Why would you do that, man? Just run. I would say something about Suzuki's ears, but I'm sure he'd hear me and choke me out. They stick out, folks.
Yes, they're
pretty obvious. Also, I love that he was able to make something out of such a minor detail about shaving his head. Like he had a big feud that was going on. I think it was against Ishii a couple of years ago, and he said, listen, if I lose to you, I'll shave my head. I'll and that is a big deal, in Japanese culture apparently, because he was known for having the wild haircut and the way the carving was in his head, and when he said that, people were actually went in the during the promo, and I remember hearing it translated, and Kevin Kelly had to actually ask the other commentator, what did he say? He said he was going to shave his head, and Kevin Kelly went, what? I was like, this is a big deal.
And then he did.
He stuck to his word.
Coming out of it even more badass.
I love his catch wrestling style. I really do. Because he is one of these guys who, just like that, can flip you around right into a hold. And he really does well with incorporating his MMA background into submissions and strikes. I was very happy when he had that kind of tour last year of the States. And good crowds got to be exposed to him.
Oh, he got him with that last cross arm breaker.
And that's all it takes.